Hello, everybody. I am live. I am so happy I am live today. It's a wonderful day to be alive. And I hope everybody has stayed good, stay healthy. As you can see, we have my Finding the Lost Girl pencils. I have other pencils around, so don't worry about that. So today I decided to color this one. Now, this was one done in markers. This one I'm coloring in marker. This one I'm going to color in pencil and gel pen. So as you can see, there's a little fairy and a little girl. So we're coloring in this one. So first thing I'm going to do is color that in pinks and reds. And I'm going to color this first. This is pink. These are Finding the Lost Girl pencils. I think I might have to buy another set soon because I'm using these so much. I'll tell you right now, I really enjoy these pencils. They're not badly priced either. What I like about these pencils is that they're round, they're thick. They're not a bad pencil at all. And I'm enjoying coloring all these pictures. Okay. I knocked over the pink pencil. And I just knocked it off. You see what happens sometimes with these things? That's okay because we have sharpeners. That will fix that. These sharpen very well in my sharpeners. We're going to enjoy it. Hello to the one person in the stream. I really enjoy coloring a lot. Especially like the creative, the Color in Heaven magazine. I do pay for the subscription, so the model is I started going on the, I pay for a 3-month one. And so then once every 3 months I pay for it and then I don't worry about it for a while. Now, some people say, well, that's stupid to pay for a subscription. Why don't you just pay for the issues you want? To me, it's actually cheaper to buy the subscription. And if that happens, there's a book I don't like, then there's a book I don't like. But you know what? I think you get a lot of bang for your buck, like the Color It books. Now, I have a few Color It books. Doesn't mean I have all of them. I've seen books I like. I've seen books I don't like. But I think that's going to happen with almost anything you buy nowadays. I think I have it actually in my Amazon thing. Just let me make sure of that. I think I do have it in my thing. Hold on. Yes, my birthday is coming up soon, View. Yeah, I think I do, but I don't remember how you. Thank you for reminding me to do that, View. Oh, thank you, View, for reminding me to do that because I just looked and I hadn't updated it. I have the old New York address, so I just updated it. Thank you for letting me know because my birthday is coming up. Yeah, I think I have a. Hello, Kitty. I love you. You guys are awesome for coming. You guys can see I'm using my newer pencils, the Finding the Lost Girl pencils. These right now are only $8. I'm thinking about buying another set, but I just bought like a whole lot of stuff because we needed some personal care items. But it's so insane when I go into like a what is it called? CVS over here. I don't have drain reads. I have CVS's instead of drain reads. Yeah, I know. Well, this is one of the differences between New York and California. Now, don't get me wrong. CVS is a very good store and everything. Yes, these are on Amazon. They're $8. Plus, if you buy them, it comes with a little coloring book. You can actually buy these as a what did they call it? A set? I might reorder these at some point because they are just. These are a good solid pencil, and I don't think a lot of us talk about them in the community because when I found out about these pencils, they were on Amazon. Who were they on? See? Happens. And I also, when my pencils get small, I have to have the hand sharpeners, like the little. Things that I like. So that's been that, and then and thank you for reminding me to update my list on my wish list. Yeah, my birthday's coming up in March, and I'm almost done with one coloring book, so I'm really proud about that, See, I'm thinking about making this yellow, but then if I do that, I can't make our hair something else, but we'll figure out what we're doing with our hair later. I can always make it a different color, you know what I mean? I can always make it somewhat outrageous because this is manga. My birthday is on March 13th as well. What an ironic thing, right? Kitty, that both me and your birthdays are the same day. But because my brother's going to Japan on the 12th, I think, when is he going on my birthday? He decided to go to Japan. So I told him when he comes back, we can have a family celebration. My paycheck was very good this past week. So, no, I was very happy. I was able to pay down some bills. And then I did get one of my 2 refunds, but I already spent my state refund because my check hadn't come yet. So I used part of that to help me pay down my Amazon bill. So that's the other thing too is that I'm trying to get another job, but it's getting to be really hard. And the places that are giving jobs are by the airport on the Irvine side, but that's like an hour trip from me. And it's like it's really hard to make some of these places if you don't have a car here. I'm learning, so it's like I might be forced to learn how to drive because it's the yeah, I don't know how to drive. I don't have a driver's license. You know, I'm a city kid. I'm a person who always had subways and buses take me everywhere. So that's that. But this artist is called Stenaira, and she has done quite a lot of stuff. So, you know, I was really torn about what to color today because I was thinking maybe a Kirby. But, you know, the thing with Kirby is it takes me a long time to figure out what colors to use, what not to use on that, you know? Um, and then that's a long book, you know, that sometimes it's not as easy. And then I'm thinking about something old, maybe like a Momo girl, you know. So I was always, you know, it's always hard for me to pick what I want to color. This is the problem when you have a lot of books. Sometimes having less is better because you have a smaller group to pick from. But when you have a large group to pick from, it is so hard. But you can see I've used up a lot of the, you know, if you guys want to see what I've done here with these pencils, how much I've used some of the pencils and how much I haven't used it. So you guys can tell us that some colors get used more than others in the sets. And then this was stuff that was given to me by a coworker. What's left of what the coworker gave me. So just keep that in mind. And then when I color, sometimes I use different things because it's so different for me, you know? I'm not a fan of it. You know, it's not that I don't like color by number. It's I think I have a Christmas two. One is a traditional Christmas by Christmas coloring book, like the traditional ones by Colorcraft, and then I have a mystery colors ones coloring book. And here's my problem with the mystery coloring, the mystery color books. I don't like that they're so small that sometimes I have to use my do a little trick with the glass to get the number up, or I have to use my phone and photograph it to know what color to use because the numbers are really tiny. You know, that's the problem I have with color by number books. It's that sometimes they're really tiny and they're really hard to do as far as I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of people who like them, but depends on what the theme is, you know? Not that I don't like them, it's just that I'm not particular about the brand. Depends on the. Although I've seen some really nice ones by Creative Haven, that people do some really nice things in the color by number by Creative Haven. Yes, and my birthday is March 13th, so. And you reminded me to update my mailing address because it had the old mailing address. And, you know, and when I did my taxes, I had to update, you know, a lot of things that happened the last year. So, you know, I believe this is what tree. Yeah, and I'm watching some stuff on Netflix. I finished watching Cobra Kai. I must say, Cobra Kai had the best ending that one could have asked for. I don't think you could have come up with a better ending. Javi, I think that ending was well deserved for a lot of those characters. Now, some people will say, well, that wasn't really a good ending. I think it was a good ending. But then again, it depends on which team you fall under. Here's a nice brown. It's all nicely sharpened. More like I love coloring these things, but I was thinking about pulling out the drama Vanga or the villain son, and then when I saw how detailed those pictures were, like I can't do that on a stream because that would be so many things that have to be colored in that book, and that book is very detailed. Some books I like to color more than others on stream, and then sometimes I want something a little bit simpler. I have the and then I started rewatching Once Upon a Time. I did enjoy that series actually. Let's see if we got to color this. One color. Make a nice dress color, don't I'm thinking that would make a nice dress color. Sometimes you see that I do it in marker here, but if you press too hard, it can be a bad thing. I know there are a lot of people streaming right now, and I do like coloring colors that. We're gonna want to make a little blonde fairy and then blue. Like a nice bright orange. Then I want to do a nice little blue. I thought coloring a fairy would be a nice thing to do today. And then we do a blue ruffle. I'm thinking I'm going to make her blonde too, but we're going to use a different. Purple. I really like these colors. Someone asked me, what would I do if I ran out of them? And I say, if I like something, I rebuy it. If I don't like something, let's say I run out of my King Art pencils and I run out of them, doesn't mean they're bad pencils, just means I don't really like them enough to keep buying them. I like to buy products that I enjoy using. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I won't try another thing. I think it's important to color things you enjoy. And I have a load of clothes in the dryer right now. And I just started reading Onyx Storm, so I just finished Iron Flame. I finished that last night. I was so happy to finish it. I tell you, that book left me having major issues with it. But the nice thing is, because I waited, so now I'm thinking I want to do her. Now I want to do what is called skin tone on the little girl, and we're going to just take one of my Prisma colors. You guys know that I have a great deal of fun with this thing. And I even said this to someone. Some of my favorite pencils are not the pencils you think they would be. But I really do like Prismas because they're versatile. They're thin. You can blend them. You can layer with them. Eventually, you can straight color with them. But remember, these pencils are layered. Honest to God, Prismas. I will say right now, Prismas are my number ones, and Holbeins are number two, as far as artist pencils. Um, Budget friendly pencils. I'm going to tell you right now my favorite pencils. Number one is Finding the Lost Girl pencils and the Black Widows, as far as budget pencils. And I will explain to you what I like about the Holbeins. What I like about the Holbeins is that everything that I like about a Poly and everything that I like about a Prisma in together. The only thing is the price point for the Holbeins is a little bit more on the pricey side. I think that's what puts them as a number two. Otherwise, they'd be a number one. Now, here's what I like about the Prismas: lots of colors. The price point, if I need spare pencils, I can easily find them. Over here in California, they sell these now. They sell these as in open stock in Michaels and Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Hobby Lobby and Michaels, where I live, by around where I live, have open stock Prismas. So that makes it a lot easier for me to shop because I don't have a Blix near me. I do have Blix.com, but here's the thing: I have to make special purchases, and I just made a very, very small little purchase. I see my mailman. Hold on, my mailman has come. That's it? That's not very much. Sorry, guys, about that. about that, guys. You know, to me, the Prismas, and you can layer them, and you can blend them, and you can create skin tones. You know, if you create skin tones, it's a lot. You know, I can do a lot more with them than I can do with a lot of pencils. So, no, I don't want those. I don't want those. Hold on, guys, while I get another set of pencils that has a great color. They have a great yellow that I love. But that's another set. You know, and to me, when I buy pencils, the open stock option is really, really important option to have. If you don't have open stock, it makes it harder, at least for me, when I do pencils. You know, that's the thing, you learn to play. I always tell people this, play, you know, what you do, Kitty. I wasn't very good at that at first either. And this is called Sunflower. Now, when I bought these, you know, originally my first Holbein set was gifted to me, and it was a set of Holbein pastel colors. So I went a little different with the pencils. And I love that first set of Holbeins that I got, which was a gift from one of my subscribers. So that subscriber knows who they are that bought that for me. And as you can see, this is very little. But here's the thing about Holbeins. This isn't like a Prisma. You could still color this like it still has juice in it. You know what I mean? Now, some people say they don't like when the pencils get small like this, but I find for thicker pencils like this, it doesn't matter. Because Holbeins pack a lot of juice. Like Holbeins are wax. Remember that. And I think they said Holbeins are oil. Now the thing is, when you use Holbeins, you will get a waxy buildup. But I find that every pencil is unique. In the way they work. Skin tones go to Prisma. I will say the best skin tones, and you can make a lot of skin tones with Prismas. Hands down, Prismas are the best for skin tones. Second best is probably, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, is Black Widows. Believe it or not, Black Widows with their Monarch pencils and their skin tones has the second best thing for skin tones that I have found. I mean, this is me. It might not work the same for you, and you find it. Now, here's the thing about polychromes. I like them overall, but I use them more as a, what do you call it, straight color pencil than a blending pencil. I've never been able to blend skin tone with them. Not very well anyway. But I would say my most used pencils are the four that I'm using right now, which are Prisma, Black Widows, the Holbeins, and these. I do use my King Art pencils on time, and I'm starting to recently I rediscovered my Color Soft pencils, so I'm using those too again. I started reusing them again because I saw them and I was like, I started testing them out on some of the cheaper books. Somebody asked me, what do I like the best about certain books and other books? It's all about how you use the material too. Everybody's going to say something different that they like. I think it's valid if people don't like the same things that you like, and that's okay. Because prisms blend well with a whole lot of different ones. Oh, Lordy, I knocked over the thing again. That really was not my intent. This is a light pink. What is this color? I can never tell what this color is because it comes out so light. I think this is cherry blossom. Yeah, this is cherry blossom. That's cherry blossom. Blending takes time to learn, and you're not going to get that overnight. I have told people, don't think you're going to be miraculous overnight. This is a pink. What is this? Salmon pink. Now, in the Prismacolor, I use salmon pink to blend my skin up a lot. Someone asked me what's better, the half mat or the swordfish. I like the half mat a lot because it gives me a long one. The swordfish gives me a shorter one. So at first I thought this was skin until I saw this little thing, so then I realized. Gloves have to be a different color. It's a really hard process to do things that you like. I always say to people, color what you like, color what you feel, because it's going to show, for people who are new to YouTube or color tube, as we call it, do what inspires you, do what makes you happy, because it really shows when you're not happy in your coloring. I didn't get a note today to come in, so last week I was doing it. See how nice the color just popped like that? You want your colors to pop. Now I'm going to add some gel pen. Now they will tell you to do the gel pen last, but if we're careful, well, we won't have that problem. If we're careful. Oh no. This is what happens when everything goes down. That's my mother's china cabinet that she's very fond of. With all her little knickknacks. Some of those knickknacks we acquired here in California. Some of them were from the old house. The shot glasses were various things over the years that we've collected, so we didn't get rid of those when we moved. I'm trying to get a green here. Sometimes green is very hard to secure. I use a lot of green, I find. I like manga a lot more than a lot of people realize that I love coloring fairies. Fairies are one of my really fun things to do. No, I used to color a lot of florals before I did skin tones in people, and then I started watching other people color. And sometimes I just lay one color down. This one I feel I just need the light peach down, and I'm fine with that. See what I did now? I messed up and I don't have a little eraser to erase it. But I actually think I might have one somewhere. I apparently lost the eraser, so I'm sure somewhere along the line I have a pencil with an eraser. I enjoy this so much, like coloring things like this. Shading is always there's nothing wrong with straight coloring. That's what you know, you stick to your wheelhouse. I'd like to think I've progressed a lot as a colorist. And the channel, I think, has shown that my videos have changed over the years. Now you think about how much your coloring changes too. You watch yourself grow. But Kitty, you know what is a good place for color combinations? On Facebook, there's a group that calls Prismacolor Combinations. color combinations. There used to be it, but I don't know if it exists anymore because I haven't been to the group in a while. But there used to be one, so maybe it's still there, maybe not. It depends on what you want to do with the page. I do a lot of straight coloring. I do some blending, and what I do is a minimal blending. They're a great group. There are a lot of Facebook groups that teach you skin color from various people. I know Color in Heaven has a few videos on skin. If you want to learn them, they started doing a skin tutorials on how people color. This girl looks a little bit like a fairy tale princess in my mind. A little bit, but that's because of the way I colored. You know? And there's nothing wrong with coloring the way you want to color. Some people are going to say, you shouldn't color this way, you shouldn't color that way. I color the way that I think is the best for me. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the best for you. And these are my Black Widows, the various sets. Now some people are going to say, well, you shouldn't color this way, you shouldn't color that way. I color the way that I feel is the best way for me to color. Does that mean it's wrong? No. It just means I color a way that may be different than yours. No, I didn't want that color. That's too dark. I should have looked at the color chart before I started. Now I'm going to have to pick a color that's... hot pink. I like this color. Yeah, that's a nicer color. This is called Hot Pink, and this comes from the Monarch set. Look how pretty that is. No, I did not do a lot of blending. So this was done with 4 sets of pencils. Remember that? It was done with Prismacolor, Finding the Lost Girl pencils. This final part is being done by a Black Widow. I think Finding the Lost Girl pencils is one of my favorite pencils. Newer ones anyway. I've always said sometimes the budget-friendly pencils, because when I started, I didn't have budget-friendly pencils. Oh, and I missed her hand. I had missed her hand. I always say the best stuff is the stuff that you don't expect to color. The stuff that's not going to be your predictable colors. I always say color what you like to color because then it's better for you. The stuff you like to color. Mm-hmm. I just really like this. It kind of reminds me of a manga. They call this manga fairies, but now that I'm thinking about it, it looks very much like a manga fairy. Yeah, I know. This is from the Black Widow's Monarch. The thing about the Black Widows is they don't all come in one set, so you have to buy several sets. This is from the Monarch, so they have the first one, which is the regular Black Widows, then the Scorpions, then the Cobras, then the two skin tones, the light and the dark skin tones, then the Monarchs, and then I think it was the Dragons. If my memory serves me, yes. Black Widows, Scorpion, Cobra, the skin tones, Monarchs, the Dragons. Yeah. Then I heard there's another set coming out. And what they do is they each time that Black Widows comes out with, some of the colors sound similar, but they're not similar, so they're different. And they are affordable. I think the first sets were like $18, and then I think the second set, the skin tones were like, what were they, $22. So I forget what the Monarchs were, but it's a set of like, it's a bigger set. The Dragons were nice too. This color is called Hot Pink. I know for a while they were trying to do an open stock option, but I don't know how that went. Someone was telling me about it, and I forget who was the person in contact with it. So that has been a really a good thing. So I'm hoping to eat some food very shortly, in a little while, hopefully after this is done. I know this isn't as long as my other streams, but then we need to do the white of our eyes. I know there was a white here. I know there was a nice little white here, and this is from the skin tone, and this is called Snow. When I think of snow, I think of Snow White. So we have now finished this, and this is what you could do with some of the more expensive pencils, with some of the more budget-friendly options out there. Don't diss the budget-friendly options out there because they work very, very well. When I started, there wasn't really an option for that. Oh no, what happened? That's what happens when you don't have it locked too well. So I haven't learned how to lock with the tripod very well. I used to work better when this is also I've only had this tripod for about a year. So I bought the same one I had before. So just because I was used to it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. I have enjoyed this too. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and wonderful. You can get them on Amazon or BestBuy.com. Here's the thing: if you buy it on Amazon, you get buyer's protection. Same thing with Best Buy. Depends on what kind of tripod you want, though. Desktop one. I like this little one that I have. This one was about what did I pay for it? When I bought it at Best Buy, it was originally I think $30. But when I bought my second one, it was $20 on Amazon. So you get them fairly reasonably on Amazon, Kitty. Just I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon because it's a lot easier for me personally because I have to go in there, look at it, and do the stuff. But Amazon has the better prices. If you buy via Best Buy, here's the thing you got to remember: when you buy at Best Buy, you're also buying the quality, and you're buying their advice and their time. There's very good people at Best Buy that give you advice, but once you get to know your stuff, you start going to Amazon to do the prices a little bit better. So keep that in mind when you buy it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this page. I have enjoyed this page very much. Bye everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.